Reason number 10. Drupal is everywhere. It will never leave you high and dry. I have a story that I tell my students in our live training. In my last corporate job, which is a number of years ago now, we spent $25,000 on the CMS. Took about a year to get it developed to the point where we wanted it to be, using an engineer and a half and a graphic designer and some content people. So basically, $120,000, $130,000 later, we had a website. The day we launched, the company went bankrupt. It was not a happy day. That will never happen with Drupal. Drupal runs over 1 million websites, around 2% of the entire web. It doesn't sound like a lot, but when you consider that most of the web are small, static HTML sites, that's a significant number. A more significant number is that Drupal runs 14% of the top 10,000 websites by traffic in the world today. And that is significant. Drupal is very popular. It's very popular in governments, education, nonprofits, and large enterprises. And indeed, as we've already talked about in this series, large enterprises is where Drupal sees itself going. A few weeks ago, as of the recording of this video, Acquia had just signed the entire federal government of the country of Australia to a long-term contract with Drupal. Now, while Acquia isn't Drupal, Acquia certainly uses Drupal, and it gives Drupal even more of a footprint in large government. Most of the top 10 Ivy League schools use Drupal, giving it a pretty good footprint here in education, and a lot of larger nonprofits use Drupal as well. You've probably heard me say larger now several times, and indeed, that is Drupal's sweet spot. That's who they want to be. So if you're a small business with a smaller budget and a compressed time frame, then Drupal may not be right for you unless you have some internal resources that you can use. If you're a larger business, a government, school, or nonprofit, or you want to get into that space as a developer, wow, then Drupal is definitely right for you. It will never leave you high and dry. It really is everywhere. So why Drupal? Well, here's my top 10 summary. Number 1, it's open source, it's free, it's unbelievably flexible, it's fantastic for big projects, it's friendly, social, and searchable. Drupal is safe and secure. When you need more, there's a lot more. Modules and themes that you can use for free. You need help, there's a great community. If you need more help, there are large and experienced companies behind Drupal. Number 9, taxonomy gives you complete control over the categorization of your content. And finally, number 10, Drupal is everywhere. I hope this has been a helpful top 10 list for you. Drupal is a fantastic choice for your website needs.